Hello student, today we are going to discuss about system call. What is system call? How to use system call with different kind of system calls. We will discuss about this matter. So the system call is the interface between a process and an operating system is provided by system call. In general, system calls are available assembly language. They are also included in the manuals used by the assembly level programs. System calls are usually made when process in user mode requires access to a resources. Then it requests the kernel to provide the resources via system call. So, um, using this definition, we can understand what is the system calls and why we need system calls. So programming interface to the service provided by the operating system, typically written in high level language. Okay, so using this diagram we can understand what is how system call can be accessed by the system. So in general, system call also require the follow situations. If a file requires creation and deletion of file, reading and writing of a form file are also required a system call. Creation and management of new processes, network connection also require system calls, and access to a hardware device such as printer scanner requires a system calls. So different kind of system calls we have. So this is one example. Using the example we can understand how system call will work in the operating system. The system call is man it provides invoking the command, and using this command we can get in this invoke a function using a return value, and function have a different parameters. So this using this example we can understand how the system call is working here. Okay, so how we can implement the system calls. So using this diagram we can understand what is the relationship between system call and user program applications. These are multiple mode, kernel mode and user mode. If you are working on the system, you are working on the user mode. Kernel system is a operating system mode, provide the services from the hardware to the users. Okay, so this diagram we can understand what is the relationship between system call and APIs. Okay, so what is the different parameters? I have already explained different kind of parameters the system calls. This using these parameters, passing can be done by the system call by using these particular register and in between user program and operating system. Different kind of system call we have for creating for process. There are many 5 types system calls. Process control. These system calls deal with processes such as process creation, process termination, file management. These system calls are responsible for the file manipulation such as creating a file, reading a file, writing a file, and the device management. These system calls are responsible for device manipulation such as reading from the device buffers, writing in the device buffer, etc. Information maintenance. These system calls handle information and its transfer between the operating system and user programs. Communications. These system calls are useful for inter-process communication. They also deal with creating and deleting the communication. Okay, so different command we have for invoking the protection, for control the access to resources, get and set the permission, allow and deny the users. Okay, this one is example of system calls in different operating system but in form of functions. Okay, thank you very much for understanding.